Right before I bought the home, I was separated. I've been a single mother for 5 years now, taking care of 8 children. This would have been my first home. I worked hard for it, to leave it to my kids. I felt my only option was the land contract. You know, I was just started working and my credit was very bad and I was going through bankruptcy. And it was a nice home and I thought it was a great deal. It was the happiest day. Because I had a place to stay. When COVID hit, I got behind on the taxes. So I'd rather just move out today in order to not get eviction on my name so I can keep my name good.
Where are you gonna go, Robin?
Figuring it out. I'm figuring it out as I go.
Homeownership is the easiest way to build wealth in America. Period. It's the easiest way to leave something to your children. It's the easiest way to build roots, to have a foundation. Homeownership is the American dream.
You cannot have a healthy life if you don't have stable and safe housing. And Black women are more likely to be evicted than any other group of people. Black men are locked up and Black women are locked out of their housing.
I remember there was a grand opening of some new homes that were coming to the Brightmoor neighborhood. I was like, hey, I'm 22 and have a young son, and was told lease with the option to purchase after 10 years. I jumped on it. My rent was only $425. I was like, I could afford it. I was working at a hotel. You moved in this house, it was just you and I, at 9 months. You were a little tyke. You wasn't even walking yet.
We hit it off real good at first. We went to go get something to eat, and we came back and sat right here on this porch till it got real dark, and it was time for me to go back home, get ready to go to work the next day.
When I first moved into the home, it was like a fairy tale. But when we got to that 10-year mark, and I'm like, what do I need to do to become a homeowner, you know, to get the deed to this house? It was silence. It was like, what are you talking about? Oh, no, no one said that. It can't be true. And then, and after a while, I started asking more questions, and the more I asked, the more it became silent. By that time, we were on, I think, management company number 3. I just felt like I was in a rat race. So then I started to apply pressure by asking other neighbors who had homes like mine. They too were like, yeah, you know, we were told the same thing. What's the hold up? We want our legacy. is craziness. Just to become a homeowner in the city of Detroit.
So you can see where we have large numbers of land contracts. These are predominantly black neighborhoods. A land contract's kind of like a mortgage, except you get all of the responsibility of homeownership, but none of the equity. You're responsible for all of the repairs. You're often responsible for taxes and fees. And if you're late, not only do you have the chance of being evicted, you actually lose time and money that you've put into the place itself. But the most pernicious thing is generally a clause in these contracts that say if you are late with a payment, even by a day, you become a month-to-month renter, no matter how much you've invested in it or what you've done with it. And then as a month-to-month renter, the landlord doesn't need a reason when they file for eviction, so they can evict you quite easily. Every year, black families enter into these contracts thinking that they're going to end up as homeowners, and the vast majority of them end up in eviction court. And land contract sellers are preying on that dream of owning a home. These issues that are in Detroit are active in every city across the country, whether that's hypersegregation, access to credit, access to opportunity. The issues playing out in Detroit are national issues.
It was just sort of a given that if you're going to buy, a house in Southwest Detroit, and that there wasn't going to be money to borrow for a mortgage. Land contracts are a way that most of the low-income population is able to become homeowners, but it's also a way that many are scammed, and it's a huge, huge problem.
If you're in one of those neighborhoods that still has abandoned houses, even after
Mayor Duggan came to the Brightmoor neighborhood, and I brought the question forth about home ownership and really helping residents. And he kind of blew it off. And I said, oh, you haven't heard the last of this. Did they do anything else over there at your house?
No.
What do you want to do about getting your story out? Do we need to rock the boat?
My friend said they came out and gave him a blank ticket. They came out there and made him move because the front yard and backyard of the actual house and the driveway is full of everything.
So you have like deer, rodents, and everything starting to come?
Everything.
I was more of a bystander initially, and then I saw the drive, the determination, and the push that she had, and I was just like, wow, okay, she's really serious about this. I've just watched this take off. It's almost like Rocky when he first started boxing, and he's in the gym training, and then next thing you know, he's in this championship fight. And I've seen that growth with her over the years, and it's amazing. I feel this is her calling, and I'm gonna back her 1,000%, actually.
We are live right now. Illegal eviction just happened on Rutherford Street. It's a family of 9. Evicted, only moved in 3 weeks and paid $2,200 and was in the process of fixing up their home. We started finding out that it just wasn't in the Brightmoor area, but this was happening on the east side of Detroit. It was happening downtown. As more residents are trying to become homeowners, like if they're in land contracts, they're leasing, the homes are going to foreclosure and the tenants are steadily paying. Landlords are not doing the repairs, no one's being held accountable. But who's really moving in here? And who's really purchasing our homes? And I can tell you right now, there's not a lot of African Americans becoming homeowners right now.
In the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s, Detroit and Atlanta were the mecca for that standard American dream for black families. was possible to have a good paying job. It was possible to get a house. It was possible to build equity in that house. This thick black strip right here was Black Bottom. It was one of the most generative cultural hubs of black culture in the city of Detroit during this period.
What happened is several different places in Detroit have been torn down, like Black Bottom, where people built up home ownership and built up their areas, and it was a black community, put a freeway through it.
This becomes I-375. What happens to tenants living in those areas is they just get dispersed. They don't get any money. It's the slum landlords that get all of the money from the government to tear it down. What you see is this kind of white encapsulation of the city itself. We have one of the poorest, most segregated cities in the country, surrounded by some of the wealthiest suburbs. You begin to see how that hypersegregation, which is really just hoarding opportunities for some and withholding them from others, creates these conditions that allow for predatory actors, land contract sellers, and others to target these communities in particular for profit.
I got my hands up as a baby. And if you can see my fists are up in the air. That lets you know I'm a fighter and that I was gonna be a fighter. God knew it from birth. And now I know it at 59 years old. You's a strong sister, girl. I am an early childhood educator. That's my classroom. And those are my babies, Nina and Kayla and Justin. And so this is what I love to do. I am an educator. I grew up actually in the house next door, which was my grandmother's house. Not only did she own this home, next door she owned the home I'm in, 2 homes around the corner and 3 homes down the block. This bedroom was mine. That bedroom right there was my grandmother's bedroom, and we used to have church in the basement. My grandmother raised 12 kids in that home. I've been in my home well over 22 years. And falling on hard times, I fell behind on my taxes. The city of Detroit took it and sold it for $1,211 to Storehouse of Hope Community Land Trust, Reverend Jones C. Ross. I decided, okay, if I have a chance to get my home back, why not give it a chance? Being brought up in the church and in ministry, I said it couldn't be nothing wrong with it. She's a reverend, right? Okay, wrong. 2015 is when she got it. I began to ask Reverend Ross, when are you gonna make the repairs on my home? She always kicked it to the back burner, 2019, I became fed up. I decided I would no longer pay Reverend Ross and the Storehouse of Hope any more rent money until they stood by their part of the bargain. Reverend Ross decided she's gonna evict me. I said no. And I asked my sons, okay, we have 2 choices. Either we can stand and fight, or either we can pack and go.
Oh, you know it's bad when I get a call to come on the east side of Detroit about a situation from a Storehouse of Hope home. Oh, I'm showing everybody. Look at the roof of this house, everybody. Is this the way to live?
come follow me.
All right. Oh my gosh, look at this porch. This is a major safety hazard.
My front porch was caving in. The roof was caving in. The steps was caving in. When it rained, it would rain through my light switch in my kitchen. Unbeknownst to me, my home had over 18 different violations. It took 6 long years to get my home back from 2015 to 2021. We marched, we protested until I got my house back. And it started with that first video by Miss Summer Crawford.
Miss Geraldine, come on. Oh, she said, come on in.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Geraldine.
I miss you. I miss you too.
Last time I was here, we had a roofing situation, back door, no steps.
None of the inside work has been done.
So none of the inside work. The toilet is still leaning.
It's still leaning. So when you sit, it's still the same way.
Did I hear water
You
splashing
did
back?
just hear water come out. Yeah, you sure did.
And this could possibly go through the floor.
The legs on the tub is sinking in. Look.
Oh my gosh.
And we can go down. I still got to hold the step for you. I got you. I got
Oh
you.
my
Come on.
gosh.
I got you.
This is just,
I got it. It has dry rotted.
the tub can come through at any given time
it could
through the
fall.
floor.
It could, because it sits right here, so it could cave in. So imagine being scared every time you take a bath. It's an interesting piece, but you pray and you get through it. The mental stress, the emotional, the spiritual, the financial, all of it at one time. Yeah. I went from a size 18 down to a size 12 pants.
It was probably more damage from the weather, if anything, because this kind of happened from the weather too. The water was coming through our roof before we got a new roof, and it's also dry right in our attic too.
Okay. Let's walk this way.
And then I repaired that.
Okay. Your mom has been through a lot, and she just like legacy for you and your brother. This is a family legacy. How are we gonna lift mama up from this point?
When you got somebody you can cry with, that's a little bit better. And it's like, it's nothing you can really lean on, because that's probably what my mom felt like. You feel me? Like, there's nobody I can lean on. So she prayed a lot. It's about the only person she could lean on, because we can't do nothing. And not being able to do that is like, that's stress, you know? That's something that no one should ever have to go through.
When you talk about generational wealth, and when you talk about Black family legacy, this home belongs to my sons. Had it been left up to Reverend Ross in the city of Detroit, we'd be on the street. Look at all the people that's homeless now.
Yeah.
And y'all still evicting people. It's cold outside. His baby's gonna be in the cold. The city of Detroit turned its back on its residents who stayed in the fight. Who stayed. Me and my family could have packed up and moved just like everybody else. Our legacy is here. It's here. This is where I was built and where I was born. You've been so good. You've been so good. I just want to thank you, Lord.
big trouble for millions of American homeowners as a slowing housing market has turned some mortgages into time bombs. Loans made to borrowers with low credit scores or no money for a down payment are commonly called subprime mortgages, and the market for them has exploded in this country of late.
Leading up to the foreclosure crisis is actual mortgage brokers on the ground knocking doors, trying to get people into subprime mortgages.
I was a loan officer and then I was a loan manager. It was really forced upon people when I was a loan officer to refinance their homes, to take cash out, to spend that money, to come back next year because the rates will still be low. Every year, they're getting charged fees, they're getting charged interest, and it's just eating up their equity and taken from uneducated people. We found ways to charge a lot of fees, putting people in a bad situation when they didn't need to be. You would have people with a 720 score, 800 score, that would come and they would still get a 10% interest rate. They didn't tell us how damaging it was. They didn't tell us how devastating it was going to be to people's equities. That's when I decided to leave that type of lending.
What happened at that point for many of those borrowers was that they weren't able to refinance because of the crisis, because of the tightening of credit. And so many lost their homes. The second wave that hits is the economic crisis that follows.
They are known simply as the Big Three: General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, and all three are in trouble.
GM goes bankrupt, Chrysler goes bankrupt. They rebuild their entire supply line process, and thousands of tool and die manufacturers in Detroit go out of business. So people lose their jobs.
We have the plants closed, and there's so many things going on here. People just leave their homes. We have so many areas and pockets in the city of Detroit that are abandoned, devastated, destroyed. That used to be Black home ownership.
And then this gets followed by a tax foreclosure crisis. You have a city that's on the verge of bankruptcy and doesn't have the capacity and just refuses to reassess property values, but continues to send out assessments of properties that are overvalued. And many people can't pay their taxes.
There's property taxes that everyone has to pay. And if the taxes are not paid for the year in which they're assessed, then they go from the city to the county. And if the taxes fall behind, if those taxes are not paid within 3 years, then they're subject to the property being foreclosed and taken by the county. This year, there's 50,000 properties in Wayne County, about 90% of them in the city of Detroit, that are again going through the tax foreclosure process. And since 2011 or 12 or so, it's been 40,000 or more every year. And that's resulted in a lot of loss of homes, a reduction in value of homes, banks then not wanting to invest anything. We actually do have attorneys in every courtroom every day to at least provide advice and to take as many cases as we can. But still, there's a lot that we're not able to get to.
You have a lot of neighborhoods that are just destroyed because people lost their jobs, they lost their homes, and they became renters. The system is set up to create barriers, especially for people of color, for uneducated people, for people in poverty, for generational renters, for people that don't understand, are unbanked, underbanked. The barriers, I feel, are purposeful. I feel that it is systemic racism in the industry of financial institutions because it has always been to build wealth for others. It wasn't for me. It was for everybody else.
We got a foreclosure letter that was taped on our door. Like 6 houses got them.
So 6 homes received foreclosures. This is scary. Are there other residents who are facing eviction or displacement?
Yes, so my grandmother, one of the people that I know for sure, she has a home maybe like 4 houses down from mine. She's actually being thrown out as well.
And you're going to have your grandmother with you.
Exactly.
And how many children do you have, may I ask? And how old are they?
So we have 3, and their ages are 10, 8, and 4.
This is very serious and it needs to be told ASAP. Another one on there. I see another foreclosure over here. Hey, Facebook, this is Summer. We have a serious situation. I put up on the block and the homes are now in foreclosure. Hold that, please. I kid you not. We have several Wayne County foreclosure notices.
These were taped on in front of our doors earlier today, probably like around 2. 6 houses got those yellow papers today for sure. Ours is like well over 1,000 in back taxes that he owned a house, I'm assuming.
And everybody's scrambling because nobody knows what to do when little things come out to where nobody knows what they're gonna do.
I got families, bro. Like, I got kids.
The next thing I know, I was told that my house was sold.
Your house is, while you're in it?
Uh-huh.
Now I gotta start over from scratch again.
Within the last 10 years, have you been stable or you had to move quite a bit?
I've had to move 3 times, I believe.
3 times?
3 or 4. Mm-hmm.
And it's stressful?
Mm-hmm. It's very stressful. My blood pressure is usually low. Right now it's high.
They're scared. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's next. Their children are like, Mommy, Daddy, why are we packing so quickly? We're like grabbing bags and boxes, and it's like, hurry, run, run. Mom, Dad, what are we running from? We're running from showing you that we're about to get evicted. We're running from possibly about to have all of our belongings, your toys, put in front of the home on the street for others to come and rummage through.
I'm a Detroiter. All of my family is in Detroit. I am the first person in my family to get a PhD, to graduate from college. And this is a very personal issue to me because our communities are being ravaged. I have family members who have been evicted. My sister was evicted. A lot of people are evicted more than once. It's a cycle.
Get the bags up here. You see it all when you're out here doing this. Wintertime is the worst time. You see generations in one house, and that's the kind of disturbing part, you know, but it's a job, you have to do it. We did an eviction down in the Millender Center. And the guy, he told us he was going to the bathroom. He went in there and blew his head off. So yeah, you see it all.
How's your neighborhood coming along around there?
So it's a man on my block whose yard looks like the junkyard.
I'm gonna make some calls, see what else we can get done. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
It's literally trauma when people have to come outside and they see tires everywhere, they see food, baby diapers. What does it take to bring back a great community? You want to cry, you want to yell, you want to kick, scream, you want to cuss out folks. It's very mentally draining, fighting for what you believe in.
Went to Murphy Middle School, and all my friends lived over here. We walked up and down these streets when I was like a teenager. I was 12, 13 years old, and now this is crazy. This don't even look like this. It's like, this look like a third world country to me now. Like, are you serious? Most of my family members, my great-granddad, my great-grandmother, they came here to Detroit for land, working for the Big Three. Back in the days, we had block clubs. Now we see more deers and wildlife over here than I ever seen in my life. It's not children no more. It used to be a bunch of children.
It used to be beautiful here years ago. Like, this neighborhood was immaculate. You wouldn't have never seen, like, you know, houses destroyed. It's a good neighborhood. They tore a lot of schools down.
Like, what happened to this house?
It was a beautiful home. One person would stay there for a couple months, and then they get evicted, and then it's boarded up again. The mailman doesn't want to get out, or they're scared of animals or something that's sitting by your home. You know, they just like forgot about it.
Daycares have closed down, stores, businesses have closed down, and we don't have nowhere to look to get help without it being some kind of scam. And they have been scamming us for years.
Part of the problem is that property is so easy to obtain here. You literally could buy a home for less than you could buy a car. You could buy a home for $500 to $1,000 at the tax auction. There's not a lot of requirements on any kind of sales, so you really can sell property that has enormous repairs that are needed. And you can sell property that's in tax arrears and what have you. There should at least be an inspection requirement. There should at least be a full disclosure of past taxes.
In the city, there's so many opportunities for people to be scammed. People don't know what their rights are. How would they know? I thought children would protect people from being evicted, but no, women with children are more likely to be evicted. Which is astounding to me.
Whew. Black women are the highest evicted rate, like literally. Now, previously in Detroit, black women was like at least 80% of 36,000 people a year for eviction. During COVID, it went up to 78,000 plus. They are having 400 cases a day down in 36th District Court.
A lot of people don't understand what reading a contract and agreeing to the terms of a lease mean. Some of the things that we take for granted in terms of like everybody should know what a lease is, people understand what should be in a lease, what shouldn't be in a lease. A lot of these low-income mothers don't know those things.
There's a lot of people that end up in the bad contracts because they believe the people that are selling them a dream only to find out if there is one thing done wrong, they rip the house out from under them.
Wait, what you do at school today?
We draw a church.
A church?
Yeah, we pick our stuff. Layla had the fire station.
What color is it?
No colors, only just it's only box.
So I went to the doctor. I'm like, I'm not feeling well. I wasn't really nauseous so much, but I had a headache and a bellyache. But yeah, they said you're pregnant. Definitely pregnant. I'm excited about it, but kind of stressed out a little bit, you know? Only because all the stuff that I am going through with the house. And like, you will see shortly, like, I maintained what I have, and I make the best of what I have. As far as keeping the house that I'm in now, it's just having something of my own and paying for it. As far as when, hey, something happened to me, like my daughter will still have stability. That's my biggest thing, is being stable. It's gonna be a long road ahead of us. Where your pencils at?
My pencil, it was right here, but you put it away.
What you gonna draw?
A human.
A human?
I need this.
Good
Yeah.
job. This was the leak that made it just pop and burst her, I guess. It just broke me. The first thing I was trying to do was rent a property. So many scams going on. I'm like, I want to do the right thing and I want to invest my money. So it was like the best thing was to do was buy a house, just buy a house. Everything else gonna fall into place, just buy a house. And I just thought like, oh, this is me and my baby house. Like, it was just so perfect for us. And it was so quick. It took 2 days for me to buy this house. It was supposed to be a 4-year contract. And I feel so dumb right now. But the only thing I really understood was me paying my monthly payments. I thought I was gonna at least get a little loan help with fixing up the property. And I wish I would have read it thoroughly, because like it's as is. Doesn't work. Nothing. I thought the only big thing that I had to fix was my front porch. And of course, the bathroom. I bought all of this stuff. I put $4,000 down, but I paid, I want to say, an extra, at least $500 or something dollars. I had to pay for a sink, I had to pay for a toilet and the tub. I got all those items from Home Depot. So that's about a good $600. I had to pay for the electrician. He worked with me. Just for these partial lights, $550. I had to play the heating and cooling. That was about $600. I had to buy the furnace. That was $300. I had to buy the hot water tank, which was $150. And as you can see, I couldn't afford to get my floors done, because by that time, I was losing out on too much money. I was up on my rent, but when the taxes had came, I didn't have enough money for the taxes. I don't understand how I gotta pay taxes when I wasn't staying here. Taxes from 2017 until now. 2019, I bought the house. And it's like, I don't get explained a lot. Like, I don't understand this. I barely understand my contract. And it's so hard to know where am I at with the house. Am I the homeowner? Am I the tenant? What am I? I don't even know what I am at this point. It's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. It's like it never stops. Here we go with the flooding. It's like it keeps on happening. It's always something. I'll never catch a break.
All right, Miss Donna. Here we are in your community. I see cars being,
Exactly.
people drive those cars?
No. Those cars are just sitting there. No one's driving those cars. As you can see, the grass is up. Don't nobody live here. Your eyes hurting yet?
How long has this
Let's
been
go.
like this?
It's been like that since I've been here. But you can see the playground. The benches are not upright, they're sinking in the ground. If they have a slide over there, I don't think you can even slide over. I think that's crooked too. It's not safe. But you look at all the parkways and everything that Duggan has said he's putting his money into, and then you look across there and say, you coming this way? He's not coming in this neighborhood right now. It's more money in renting than there is in home ownership. You want to rent a house, that's one house, that's one dwelling. But if I could put an apartment building there with 20 units, that's where that money comes in at. If you're not invested in the neighborhood, you could care what it looks like. You don't care. My mom and dad had a house on the west side, and I lost my mom and I lost my dad. The taxes were backing up on the house. I think it was 1,800 back taxes. I got evicted and I didn't know how to get help. People that did come to my door, come to find out they were the predatory lenders that we talk about. They wanted me to get into a deal with them for 20 years, I believe it was. I said, wait a minute, this is 10 times what the house cost. So I lost the house and I ended up on somebody's couch. And homeless people are not all poor. They just can't afford to live nowhere because the prices is too damn high. The American dream in Detroit is just for the well-off, and it doesn't include seniors and people that built this city. You got critters rolling through there like they pay rent. Nobody should have to live like that. And then you got them talking about build back better. First thing you got to do is you got to build me back better. I am the infrastructure of this city.
If you're still in a house with blight, we are going to get there in the next 4 years, and every single house is either going to be occupied or it's going to come down. We are going to remove blight from all of the neighborhoods. And if you're in a neighborhood with a lot of vacant land, with the new program at the land bank, we're going to make that land available to the neighbors so you can decide, what do you want? Do you want a community garden? Do you want a park? We're going to move that.
Black people usually live in central cities, and the central cities are usually the oldest, most dilapidated parts of metropolitan areas. And that is not accidental. Black people have a 400-year history here. 400 years of oppression from multiple sources. That is a legacy of racism anti-Black policies and procedures, intentional redlining. Redlining happened all over the country. Redlining is not specific to one geographic location.
The name redlining comes from a series of maps that was produced by the Homeowners Loan Corporation. The stated purpose of these maps was to demonstrate areas that were viable for investment. The one thing that unifies the redlined areas across the country is the presence of African Americans in that area. White families who can move to other places are financially incentivized to do so. The metro area itself becomes hyper-segregated. That doesn't happen because everyone decided to move. It happens through practices and policies.
Historical redlining structured the society in a way that white people were able to build wealth unfairly, and communities of color were not allowed to build wealth. And that also was unfair. But there's contemporary redlining too. Redlining is certainly the reason that we have racially segregated communities that are underinvested, that are concentrated with racial minorities, and that don't have the resources that they need. So redlining may no longer be the law, but redlining is not something that happened decades ago. Redlining still has consequences right now.
The financial institutions, they're just not going to give loans out unless property's worth X number of dollars. It's segregation based on economics, but the reality is that you have a city that's 85% African American. It's very obviously discriminatory too. The small-time investors have a field day then with selling those $15,000 homes for $25 or $30 after they've obtained it for, a few $1,000s. And then when people fail, continuing to flip it, until there's nothing left there other than to just abandon it.
Don't touch my truck, man. Get the fuck out my way. Mo, make your He's got a broken leg. Get this man's neck. He got his leg broke.
We got to clean up Detroit. We are not a dumping ground. Oh, please tell the people something, because I am beyond living.
I had 3 mini strokes. I flatlined twice. My husband brought me back from that in the hospital. It was just stress from starting to really do this fight with home ownership.
We got doctors around and they were able to explain things a little bit better. But just seeing how stress can tear you down.
I neglected to take care of myself, and my body just gave out without warning.
Pepper.
Come on.
Here.
I have beautiful neighbors on my block. However, I can open up my front door. I don't look at beautification. I'm looking at a home that's boarded up. That PTSD, waiting to hear a gunshot or a car squeal, it hurts. We will now be moving to an area where I can look at beautiful homes, people walking their pets up and down the street, a quieter neighborhood.
I just felt it was time to go. It was time to go. It was time to do something different.
Ray, these are all of our the kids' pictures.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna grab one more thing.
We took the home ownership course, went to a few lenders. I had different banks tell me no. We ended up doing a contract with the family, which was amazing. The blessing is we were able to get the home cheaper.
You in here? How you get in here, ma'am? You just looking at new digs. See, there's a big difference from looking across the street at a vacant house. Like, I'm coming over here. It's people. Beautiful homes, grass is cut.
Even my puppy, Pepper, is happy. You know, at the other home, she was just barking. Yip, 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 yip. She's at peace.
The new house is beautiful. And I'm so proud of Summer for pushing. I'm proud of myself for pushing. The time, the stress, the different things that we've had to do, it finally paid off.
We're in the process of wanting to purchase the home that we just moved into. And going through the entire process has been very, very stressful. We found out that the owner had not received approval from his mortgage company. If you have not properly notified your mortgage company and we're in the home, they can default your mortgage immediately and they can put us out. Also, we did not have a proper inspection before we moved into this older home. This home is not up to code. We're making repairs to a home that we think we're purchasing, but it actually belongs to another owner. The other scary side to that is we're still here. We don't have a lease agreement in place. We really want to be homeowners. We don't want to keep renting and giving our money away. What do?
You see this one right now over the driveway. It's going to be right over top of the car. That's probably gonna be one of the first priorities.
That's true.
We got to go make sure we take care of that. See how some of the bricks are unsoldered? And it's starting from the wear and tear from the weather. So those bricks are starting to pull apart a little bit. And then you can see some branches, little tiny branches that actually are caught in the gutter.
It's going to be over $50,000 worth of different repairs. The issue with that is, how are you going to pay for these repairs? And the repairs are needed in order to properly close on this home.
I'm between a rock and a hard place. In order for my home to be brought up to code the way it should be, it's gonna cost me almost $50,000. I deserve to get back in my classroom doing what I love, which is teaching. I am a homeowner. I have my home back. But here's the thing. After a 6-year fight, I'm not happy. It went deeper than I thought it was. It cut me to my core. I'm indecisive. I'm indecisive. But we have started packing. Do I go? Do I stay? It don't feel like mine no more. It's like we are strangers here now. Something is missing. I lost me, and I'm trying to find myself again.
I think a lot of times these landlords are relying on you being too embarrassed to fight back. And at first I was, because I'm like, shit, I'm being evicted. Then I thought about it, I was like, I ain't did nothing wrong. So yeah, I am being evicted. So I went and bought a banner to tell everybody. Like the saying goes, eviction is to black women like mass incarceration is to black men. Everywhere you go, no matter where in the world, you'll see a black woman getting put out.
You in the front. Ready to fight. I'm keeping my house because it was the house that where everyone started from before they branched out. So it is my possession to keep as long as I can keep it. And we've had it in the family for 80 years.
We have all kind of issues where black families can't buy homes anymore. And that's ridiculous. You know, all they bringing in my neighborhood is apartment building. That's not for families. I call it gentrification. Don't bring developers in to try to run us out.
Gentrification means to me that for people like me, we don't deserve nothing. They take us and they move us somewhere else they don't want to be bothered with. That's gentrification.
Councilmember Waters. Present. Councilmember Calloway. Present. Councilmember Young II.
Here.
Vote no to continuing to fund these nonprofits that come in the community, buy up property because they are real estate ventures and they have no intention on putting anything back or making a positive impact on the community. And that is my time. Thank you.
We're talking about the relationship that we have had with people. They told us the hell with Detroit. The damn Detroit. People with the riches are getting the money and we're getting nothing.
Have to, be
well,
that's fair to everyone and allow them 2 minutes.
Be fair to us as far as a community because right now we are hurting.
Thank you so much.
We are hurting.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much.
You know what?
Thank
I
you so
understand
much.
exactly what you're saying, sir. I am just addressing myself by holding and supporting myself. So just give me a minute.
I had first got my court papers. They sent it to my mom's house. It never came here. That's why I was so blindsided by it. They want $4,000. And that's with the property tax and the things included. I said, okay, I don't have $4,000. I said, but I can get $2,000. And this is from me begging. They said, no, if you don't have it all, don't bring nothing. It's like they want to take the house back from me. So I'm basically waiting on someone to put me out. I feel just like a sitting duck. Okay, go pack your toys. Yeah, don't touch them.
You making me empty my whole room?
Yeah, baby. Get all the books. Go ahead. To finally get the eviction notice, it was heartbreaking. Cause now it's reality. I thought I was gonna be able to build memories in this home. I feel defeated. Cause now a place that we call home, we have to leave. So I'm feeling really emotional about it. Wow, I can't believe all of this is happening to me. But that's why I said, this is messed up. I love this house though. I'm not gonna lie, I love this house. I picked the colors. I don't have a lot of money. So me putting my last into it, I'm thinking oh, let me fix this, let me fix that. This gonna work out if I fix it or whatever.
Bailiff's Office, 36th District Court. I'm Officer Gregory, 36th District Court. Who's in charge of the property right now?
Agent.
How you doing, ma'am? I'm Officer Gregory, 36th District Court. We're here for the property. The judge has ordered us to come and remove everything out of the property. If you want, we can help you move your items into your truck, and what we'll do, we'll set up, and then all you have to do is just wait by the truck, and we'll bring your heavy items. Is that good?
No, I just would rather just us moving out.
Unfortunately,
I have to get clothes still upstairs.
Right.
And stuff
Unfortunately, we're going to be out of here in less than 2 hours.
Do I have an option, right?
No, unfortunately.
So I don't have an option.
We're here to help at this point, but if you guys are going to resist and obstruct, which is a felony, things would be done differently. I thought we would work together, and so we could move items out.
Cause I had until Thursday. They gave me
No,
until
unfortunately,
Thursday,
this is now 36th District Court property. That is no longer.
Okay. Okay.
Bailiff's Office. Oh, man. Raw sewage in the basement. That's no way to be living. And she should have been out of here a long time ago. Of course, I shouldn't have waited this long.
Like it?
Yeah, this my bed or your bed?
Now we're here because the house that I was originally supposed to be in, moving into today, is not all the way up to standard. Before we move in, they have to fix everything. So we're in a hotel. Hopefully we don't be here long. So I've never been in a situation where I had to be in a hotel room before. Never out of my whole 29 years on earth. And especially with my baby, she like, this our new home? I'm like, no, this is not our home. This is where we're about to relax at for a minute.
It grew big.
Your tooth? Yeah. And the other one about to come out.
Could pull it out?
Yeah, I'll pull it out later. How about that?
Mm-mm.
All right now. Hey,
Happy
big.
birthday. All right.
Hey, you want some coffee? I was working.
Yes, ma'am. It was all right.
Favorite color pink. You did good there, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
There's an unexpected fee that I need to tell you about.
What's that fee?
I know we received a quote of almost $18,000 for the waterproofing. You got that look on your face, right?
Okay,
So I want to have a family meeting. Phil, Rain, Jay. Hi, son. We're going to talk about this house and the repairs that's needed. First of all, how do you like the house?
Needs a lot of work, more than what we expected.
Like P said, it's nice. It needs a lot of TLC.
More than we expected?
Just, it takes patience.
Well, let's talk about some of the repairs. So right now, according to the inspector, the gutter on the side here, you can clearly see nails coming out. There has to be inspection of the furnace. We have the tree. This big old beautiful maple tree out front.
It's gotta go.
It has to go. You also have to factor in that Rain is considering 3 colleges. The one expense that I did not tell you about is the chimney.
Please tell me it ain't the main mortar and brick, though.
It is.
Okay.
14,000. Do you feel like we're over our head?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. If you're trying to tackle everything at once, then yeah. If you got time and you do one project at a time, it could be managed if you do one project at a time.
Is this worth fighting for?
I think so. When you look at the value of the home, you look at the value of the homes in the area, you look at just the peace and quiet, having a little peace of mind, finally.
Philip, what's the good thing about this house?
I don't have to be close to any one of y'all. I don't have to be close. I got my space. I can live comfortably and sleep in my bed. Somebody contact me, I'll be looking like, huh? I don't know what I'm going right back to sleep, tucking my cover right over my head. I'm good.
Family, let's put our hands in. We going for it. I can't reach that far. Oh, y'all come over, touch and agree. They reach out, we going for it. My dream for this house is to get the repairs done and really have a family home, a legacy for my children. That's what I would like to have. I'm very thankful for my family. I'm very thankful for this house and this new opportunity and this new beginning. 45 years of greatness. I still look young and beautiful.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
You could pass down a home. If you could pass that down to your kids, I think that is probably the best gift that you could give anybody. Then one day, we have grandkids, they can pass that down to them.
There's some education that needs to happen so that everybody can realize that dream of homeownership. I want people to understand the language so that when they go into the banks, they understand different banks do different things. So if this bank can't do it, that doesn't mean another bank can't do it.
The American dream is to be able to live peacefully, safely, sustainably, anywhere I want to. Everyone deserves a safe place to live. Housing is a human right.
You need safe housing in order to have a healthy life. When you don't have a healthy life, then everybody pays. We are all connected. Black women have a history of leading movements and holding our families down, going back to 1619. Resistance is a big part of our survival. So we have to tell the truth about the things that are oppressing us, and we have to speak truth to power. I think Audre Lorde said, our silence won't protect us.
Single Black moms are leading the fight for housing justice, and the reason being is because we've been the underdog for so long. We've always had to struggle. Nothing was given to us.
The American dream is possible for me, and I'm halfway there. So how much more fight do I have? But I'm gonna fight to the day my eyes close, because I want my children, my 5 children, 2 grandchildren, to have some type of property or some type of generational wealth when I close my eyes.
I'm not gonna say I don't wanna own a home anymore, because I definitely do. I'm just gonna try to make my next move my best move.
My goal for what's next, get connected with state leaders, start a movement for accountability, for land contracts, home ownership. Not only in the city of Detroit, but throughout the metropolitan area, throughout the various other cities, throughout the state, and throughout the nation. We need a clear roadmap to home ownership.
Hello. My hotel got a pool, but I'm ready to see my new house.
How many times can sunlight spring, can angels' wings adorn you, knowing you're keeping all your hopes at bay? Tell me again how much you miss sweet heaven's kiss before you, waiting for God to take your blues away. Sing a song of freedom. Sing out strong, loud and pure and free. Battle on, fighting for your freedom. Pressing on to where you wanna be. Sing a song of liberty. Sing a song of freedom. Sing out strong, loud and pure and free. Battle on, fighting for your freedom. Pressing on to where you wanna be. Sing a song of liberty. Sing a song